Okay, so solve the inequality below, graph the solution on the number line, and give the solution in interval notation. So again, graph the solution on the number line provided. So I'm gonna just write this out. So it's the absolute value of 9x plus 3 is less than, 3 is less than or equal to 21. So I'm going to solve this twice. It's going to be 9x plus 3 is less than or equal to positive 21. When I solve it again, you guys need to remember that it's going to be 9x plus 3 is greater than or equal to negative 21. So when you solve it twice, you keep switch, okay? Because you're looking for answers to the right and answers to the left, and to find your answers to the left, you need to switch your inequality symbol. So I subtract 3 from each side. 9x is less than or equal to 18. Divide by 9. X is less than or equal to 2. Subtract 3. 9x is greater than or equal to negative 24. Divide by 9. X is greater than or equal to negative 24/9. It's not a delightful answer. So x is greater than or equal to, you could write your negative 24/9. You could put it in your calculator. So 24/9 is going to be negative 2.7. So negative 2.7 approximately. Graph the solution on the number line provided. So I have positive 2 and negative 2.7. So on my number line, I'm going to say, okay, if here, let's just say here is 2, because that's what I'm going to start with. That's my highest value. I know it's going to be filled in. So I'm going to put 2 here. I know that x is less than. It's going to go to the other side, but I'm just going to graph. So I have positive 2. This would be 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. And then my other value that I need to make a dot at is negative 2.7, which would be just about right here. Okay, I'm going to have a filled in dot because it's or equal to. It says x is less than 2, so I'm going to have an arrow going to the left. This is x is greater than negative 2.7 to the right, and so they meet up. So it says graph the solution and give the solution in interval notation. My interval notation, I'm going to have closed brackets because it's or equal to, and my graph goes from negative 2.7 to 2. So actually, let me do this. And here. Okay. Negative 2.7 to 2. Okay, and that's my solution there. All right, let's go to the next one. This is really wonky. Okay, so my next one, absolute value of 2x plus 3 minus 6 is greater than or equal to 7. I add 6 on each side. 2x plus 3 is greater than or equal to 13. Okay, because you want to get your absolute, you want to get it by itself. You solve it twice. 2x plus 3 is greater than or equal to positive 13. Or you have 2x plus 3, you change your symbol, so it's going to be less than or equal to, instead of positive 13, you're going to have negative 13. I go through and solve. Subtract 3. 2x is greater than or equal to 10. Divide by 2. X is greater than or equal to 5. Subtract 3. 2x is less than or equal to negative 16. Divide by 2. X is less than or equal to negative 8. Okay, I would like to start with my highest value. I'm just going to put 5 here. I know it's going to be filled in. Then it's going to be 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. Okay, let's just go, I don't know. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, 5, -6, -7, -8. So again, maybe you did this. I'll put a longer number line in for some of you. I'll put a longer number line in here. So x is greater than or equal to 5. X is less than or equal to -8. I know if I have my arrows going this way, I have an arrow going to the left, so I know my interval notation is going to be -infinity, and if I go to the right, it's +infinity. So my graph goes from -infinity, stops at -8, or it starts back up at 5 again and goes to +infinity. And so that's what I would put in my box right here. I go, well, you guys have the idea, and you're going to use the U symbol when you put it in your answers. Okay, let me just make sure I'm on the right one. This has not made things easy for me today. Okay, so here we go. Sorry about that. I will try and edit this out because this is ridiculous. Okay, so yeah, we're on this problem. 2, absolute value of x plus 4 is greater than 22. Okay, and that's a -2. Now, I'm going to go through, do the same thing, get rid of everything that's on the outside. What I have to remember is that I have to switch my symbol when I divide by a negative. So this is going to be x plus 4 is less than -11. Okay? This is already an issue. As soon as I hit this right here, I look at it, because it's that same thing. When I have an absolute value on one side and a negative number on the other side, there is a problem here. So I look at x plus 4, and I'm like, well, absolute values are always positive. So whatever I put in for x, this is going to be a positive number. Can a positive number be less than -11? No, a positive number, this is not true. So this is no solutions. Home stretch. -4, absolute value of 3x minus 2, minus 6 is less than 10. So we're going to go through, do the same thing, add 6, -4, absolute value of 3x minus 2 is less than 16. Divide by -4, divide by -4, the absolute value of 3x minus 2 is greater than -4. So again, you need to make sure you switch the inequality symbols. I stop right here and I ask myself, okay, this is either going to be no solutions or all real numbers as soon as I have an absolute value by itself. So greater than -4. Well, absolute values, this is no matter what you put in for x, this is going to be a positive number. Can a positive number be greater than -4? Well, yes, this is always true. Okay, so my answer here is going to be all real numbers, or you're going to write, if it asks you for interval notation, from -infinity to +infinity. Okay, so from -infinity to +infinity. So it could be any number. Any number that I put in would actually work with that one. Okay, and this one, so -3, absolute value of -n, minus 5, minus 11 is less than -38. I add 11, -3, absolute value of -n, minus 5 is going to be less than, and then this is going to be -27. I divide each side by -3. I remember that I have to switch my inequality symbol. So this is going to be -n minus 5 is greater than 9. So I write this. So I solve, again, I go through, I solved this twice. This is not equal. There's not a negative on the other side, so I don't really have to worry about it. So this is going to be negative n minus 5 is, sorry, my lack of focus. Negative n minus 5 is greater than positive 9, or negative n minus 5 is less than negative 9. I add 5 to each side. Negative n is greater than 14. Okay, remember that's a 1, so I'm going to divide each side by negative 1. When I divide by negative 1, this ends up being n is going to be less than negative 14. I add 5 here, add 5 here. Negative n is less than negative 4. Divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1. I remember I have to switch my inequality symbol again, so positive 4. All right, I do that on a number line. I'm just going to do a rough sketch because this number line is not long enough for these values. So I'm going to say that this is negative 14. It doesn't really matter. There's a whole bunch of numbers in between. N is less than negative 14, so I'm going to have an arrow going this way. Oh, geez Louise, what did I do? So I switched it. Greater than. Oh, I forgot to switch this one. I am so sorry, guys. This one right here. I knew I did something wrong because I had the arrows going in the same direction. Okay, this should be, I said switch it, but this should actually be greater than 4. And so I just put a circle at 4. The number lines on the test, they'll be accurate. So 4 and it's greater than, so it's going to go to the right. Okay, and so my interval is going to go from negative infinity to negative 14, or from 4 to positive infinity. And I believe that's it. Yep. So that's it for the inequalities. Good luck on your test. Hopefully the video was helpful.